Let's wait for people to join and then we can start, I think. I am audible, right? Or am I not? Yeah. सो अभी मैं घर पे हूँ तो मेरे पास मेरा माइक वगैरह नहीं है, तो अगर कोई लाइक ऑडियो इश्यूज आते हैं तो उसके लिए सॉरी. सो आजकल मेरे लिंक्डइन में बहुत सारे पोस्ट आ रहे थे कुणाल कुशवाहा के. सो आई थॉट व्हाई नॉट रिएक्ट टू दैट, राइट? बिकॉज आई थिंक बहुत सारे लोग हैं जो इसको देखते हैं. He has many connections as well. So let's go to his activity. Right. So if you see his posts, तो हर एक पे like around 100 likes, around 55 here, only 30 here, right? Only 200 here. So इसकी engagement इतनी है नहीं इस आदमी की. So what he does, he has a trick to like increase his engagement. He always talks shit about CP, and that's how he gets like the engagement that he has. So if you see here, only 22 likes, only 30 likes, right? एंड इफ यू सी हिज पोस्ट जहाँ पे कभी ये बात कर रहा है लिंक्डइन के बारे में, राइट? फॉर एग्जांपल दिस वन, ही हैज अराउंड 800 लाइक्स, राइट? सो यू कैन सी द डिफरेंस. ब्रो आज इस पे बात नहीं करेंगे. लेट्स नॉट टॉक अबाउट डेव 2 एंड स्टफ लाइक दैट टुडे. हेलो एरिया. So as you can see the difference, right? When he posts about something else, he has only 100 likes, and when he posts something about CP or DSA, he has around 800 likes. So you can see the difference here. Yeah. So that's why he talks shit about CP, right? Like I don't think कि इसको इतना फर्क पड़ता है DSA CP से. इसको पता है कि इसके पास एक मतलब पॉइंट है इसके पास, राइट? ही हैज अ पॉइंट, एंड उसी पॉइंट को लाइक बार बार बोल के अपनी एंगेजमेंट इंक्रीज करता है. एंड जैसे जैसे इसकी फेस वैल्यू बनेगी वैसे इसकी ब्रांड वैल्यू बनेगी. सो एवरीथिंग इज डूइंग इज अराउंड फॉर लाइक यू कैन से ब्रांड वैल्यू, राइट? And there was a post office. I will try to find it. And the second thing is he cannot like tolerate any kind of hate or any kind of you can say what can you say, confrontation, right? So there was a post office. I'm trying to find it. Yeah, this one. So I posted on this, right? So he has around 2800 likes. So you can see the difference, right? On a normal post, he has 100 likes, but when he like talks shit about CP, he gets like around 10 or 20 times more engagement, right? He has around 2800 likes here. So I commented on this post, and like he had no answer to my comment. So the only thing it did was he like removed my comment, right? If I check here, you will not be able to find my comment here anymore, right? As you can see, you cannot see my comment here. So like he just removed my comment, right? So like इस guy को CP से दिक्कत है. He says do DSA, but the main thing is DSA में और CP में फर्क ही क्या है, right? I think DSA and CP are the same thing to quite an extent, right? Until you go very deep into CP, I think DSA and CP are very similar, because if you are solving DSA problems on lead code and if you are giving contest, like then you are doing CP. तो फर्क ही क्या है? If you are solving DSA problems, that's just normal DSA. But if you like put a timer on that, it becomes CP, right? तो DSA और CP में फर्क ही नहीं है, तो like how can you guys like demarcate between DSA and CP अगर कोई फर्क ही नहीं है? So DSA में भी आप solve करते हो problems, CP में you also solve problems. The only thing is in CP you have a time limit and there is some kind of competition, right? That's the only difference between DSA and CP. And I think CP like ज़्यादा represent करती है interview environment को, right? Because in interview you have a time limit, you have some kind of pressure, and I think CP is more aligned with that pressure, right? तो ये सब बोलना कि डीएसए, ओनली डीएसए इज इनफ, व्हाट इज डीएसए, राइट? सीपी भी तो डीएसए ही है, क्या फर्क है इसमें? सो या वही ना, like don't think so. Like, I think open source also requires hard work, but only saying that you just need to do open source, only just do bare bone DSA, that is not the right thing, right? Because the thing that worked for you might not work for someone else. Hello, come. Yeah. So that is the thing, right? जो आपके लिए काम किया वो हो सकता है हर एक के लिए काम ना करे. Like no DSA, like DSA is not that different, I think. Okay. It means just your like tree or graph is weak, because normally a third or fourth problem is from graphs, right? So I think div to C is around lead code like hard level, right? So if you are solving lead code hard problems, you should be able to solve with div to C and D. तो इस आदमी का बस यही ब्रांड वैल्यू है, ही इज ट्राइंग टू बिल्ड अप हिज ब्रांड वैल्यू, एंड जो पीपल उस पर रिएक्ट कर देते हैं, सो लाइक ही बिल्ड्स अप हिज ब्रांड वैल्यू लाइक दैट ओनली. और उसको एंगेजमेंट आ रही है, मैनी ब्रांड्स आर गिविंग स्पॉन्सरशिप्स और समथिंग लाइक दैट, सो उसको भी अच्छा है कि मेरे को स्पॉन्सरशिप्स मिल रही हैं, सो आई विल जस्ट पोस्ट अबाउट सीपी वंस इन अ वाइल. मेरी एंगेजमेंट बनी रहेगी, एंगेजमेंट रहेगी तो आई विल गेट स्पॉन्सरशिप्स, राइट? एंड स्पॉन्सरशिप्स आएंगी तो पैसा आएगा, एंड एट द एंड हर कोई पैसा कमाना चाहता है, राइट? ही हैज लाइक आपका कोई उससे वो तो है नहीं कि लाइक ही डज नॉट केयर फॉर यू, राइट? ही केयर्स फॉर हिमसेल्फ ओनली. दैट्स ट्रू फॉर एवरी क्रिएटर. दे आर नॉट फीडिंग यू. तो ये जो लाइक आजकल कल्चर हो गया है कि भैया बन गए हैं, हर कोई उनकी बात सुनता है, नो बडी लाइक, देर आर पीपल हु फाइट फॉर देम, राइट? सो इफ यू पोस्ट समथिंग अबाउट दिस गाय एंड his followers will like kind of attack you also. So I think this culture is very bad. कि लाइक आप अंधाधुन फॉलो कर रहे हो किसी को, एंड इवन इफ इज रॉन्ग एट सम पॉइंट यू आर नॉट पॉइंटिंग इट आउट, राइट? या वही मैं बोल रहा हूँ ना, लाइक दिस गाय गॉट अ जॉब यूजिंग ओपन सोर्स, सो दैट्स व्हाट ही इज प्रीचिंग. ही इज सेइंग जस्ट ओपन सोर्स करो. बट अगर आपका ओपन सोर्स से हो गया, इसका मतलब ये नहीं कि हर हर कोई ओपन सोर्स से कर पाएगा, राइट? जो आपके लिए काम किया, इट डज नॉट वर्क फॉर एवरीवन. दैट्स व्हाट आई एम सेइंग. मेरे लिए सीपी काम किया, बट आई विल नॉट से जस्ट डू सीपी, आई विल से डू सीपी बट इन मॉडरेशन, राइट? अगर आपके लिए सीपी काम नहीं कर रहा है, देन यू कैन स्विच पाथ्स. आई विल नॉट से कि मतलब सीपी ही काम आएगी, ओपन सोर्स काम का नहीं. दैट्स लाइक वेरी रॉन्ग. सीपी का भी अपना पार्ट है, डेवलपमेंट का भी अपना पार्ट है. These should go hand in hand, right? You cannot abandon one thing and like just totally focus on one thing. But like अगर आप सीपी कर रहे हो, आपसे नहीं हो रहा, then you can say like I will go to open source. Similarly, अगर आपसे open source नहीं, then you can go to CP. Yeah, sure, man. Like I will try to do ad code or contest as well. अभी लाइक मेरे पास लाइक शेड्यूल मेरा काफ़ी टाइट है, तो दैट्स व्हाई आई एम नॉट एबल टू मेक वीडियोस फॉर एवरी प्लेटफॉर्म. बट इन फ्यूचर इफ आई डू गेट टाइम, या दैट्स वन थिंग दैट आई विल डू. आई विल आल्सो मेक वीडियोस फॉर एड कोडर and starters as well, and maybe I will make videos for ARCs as well, because I think ARCs are harder than ABCs. Yeah, so I will also think about making videos for them. And right, अगर आप इतने ही intellectual हो and you think like CP is not the way to go, then you should like at least have the guts to talk about it. Like किसी के comments हटा के you are not proving anything. You are only proving that आपके पास guts ही नहीं है to defend your own viewpoint, right? So that's why I want to talk about it, क्योंकि मैंने इस पे comment किया था. It got many likes. It got around 30-40 likes. So इसने then वो comment ही remove कर दिया, because he knew कि अगर नहीं हटाया तो लोग like और support करेंगे, और इस पर कोई आंसर था नहीं, तो इसने comment ही हटा दिया. That's the thing, right? There was a similar thing in that Aman's case, right? He also made a course video like 7 lakh per month. हो सकता है किसी बच्चे ने क्रैक किया हो, बट दे आर द आउटलायर्स, राइट? And a video should never be about outliers, because there are always outliers, right? Because the tourist, like I think he became GM at a very young age, but that is not true for everyone, right? A creator should always talk about averages. They should never make an outlier an example. आई नो कि अगर वो डालते कि महीने का 6 लाख, सॉरी पूरे साल का 6 लाख पैकेज लग रहा है, तो बच्चे वीडियो पे नहीं आते। उन्होंने डाल दिया महीने का 7 लाख, तो बच्चों ने किया क्लिक, और उनका लाइक इतनी उस पर पोस्ट बनी लिंक्डइन पे, तो उनका भी लाइक आगे मतलब जो जो चाहते थे उनके उसके बारे में बात हुई, वो हो गई, राइट? सो जो उनका पॉइंट था वो सही था। बट लाइक आई सेड, वो कोई एक बच्चा होगा जिसका 7 लाख लगा होगा महीने का, राइट? उन्होंने उसका थंबनेल लगा दिया, दैट इज नॉट राइट। That is right if you want to just go for numbers, but if you are thinking about the future of like children who are watching your videos, you should always talk about averages. There are yeah, लाइक अगर कोई कॉलेज है, लाइक हमारा कॉलेज है, हमारे कॉलेज से एक सीनियर है, वो प्लेस हुई गूगल में ही, हर पैकेज इज अराउंड 40 lakhs। बट अगर हमारा कॉलेज बोलेगा कि 40 lakhs का हमारा पैकेज है, दैट इज वेरी रॉन्ग, राइट? क्योंकि हमारे कॉलेज का एवरेज पैकेज अराउंड 5-6 लाख का ही है, राइट? दैट इज द रियलिटी। अगर वो किसी एक का पैकेज उठा के दिखा रहे हैं और लाइक उसको एग्जाम्पल बना रहे हैं, दैट इज वेरी रॉन्ग। आई एम एक्सपर्ट CF। तीर्थ ब्रो, लाइक इट इज ऑल अबाउट लक। किसी को आता, किसी को नहीं आता। लाइक मेरा एक फ्रेंड है, ही वाज प्यूपिल एंड ही गॉट द लिंक फॉर गोल्डमैन सैक्स ओए, बट आई नेवर गॉट अ लिंक फॉर दैट, राइट? So it's all about luck, man. Just keep applying, and I think CPA, it will work out for you. या ब्रो, कोई पैसे फ्री में देता नहीं है। लाइक इफ यू थिंक अबाउट इन्फोसिस, लाइक अगर आपने सीपी नहीं करी है, देन यू विल नेवर बी एबल टू क्रैक द इन्फोसिस एनक्यूटी, राइट? बिकॉज द क्वेश्चंस आर लाइक सीपी लेवल। Where did you get place, bro? I'm working at Toast right now. Like I will join in January. Like, it's just an intern offer. I still don't have the PPO, so let's hopefully see about that. Stipend is 80K without tax. With taxes. Is there any criteria to get referrals? I think Varun, you should be able to, like अगर आप किसी को रेफरल के लिए भेज रहे हो, तो मेक श्योर कि आप उसको एक अच्छा सा मैसेज लिख के भेजो, राइट? फॉर एग्जांपल, आई विल शो यू माय messages. I recently got an referral for PayPal, right? So here is how I wrote. I think you will not be able to see, but still, I will paste it in the comments. So I want to play, but I'm really good at achieving it. If you can create this content, I want. Teeth, sure, bro. Like you can approach me on my email. Yeah. So I will drop my portfolio here. Like sure, if you want to like make some impact, I am open for that. No worries. You can email me from here, and I will be more than happy to work collab. No worries. But what CTC do you think is really good to start career? Like it totally depends on your family, because like if you are from a good family, like if your father earns enough, even 7 LPA is enough. But like if you are from a middle class family and your home income is not that much, then I think you should aim for a higher package. Because I am the only I am the only child. My sister is 4 or 5 years younger than me, so the whole responsibility is on me for the future generations, right? Ashutosh, no reviews today, man. Sorry. Uh, I think yeah. So I was sharing the sharing the referral message. So when you're asking for referrals, try to outline your experience, your achievement, and stuff like that, right? So here's a message that I wrote for a referral recently. Akash, no, bro, no reviews today. Sorry. Maybe I will do another stream this weekend, and then we can do CF reviews, but not right now. So like that's how I asked for referrals. So like if you have a good CF profile, and if you have like good experience in development, then you can easily get referrals. But the only thing is try to attach some kind of message. No, bro, it was not on campus. It was on Hacker Earth. So there was a contest on Hacker Earth. I'm not sharing my screen. That's why. Any teaching opportunity? Not right now. But yeah, what you did for development? Like Ivy was at Equinix, so my only experience for from development is from there. I know Mern Stack, I know Python, I know Flask, I know Oracle SQL, stuff like that. The rest, like development, is not that hard, right? Because it is mainly language and syntax. You can easily learn languages and syntaxes. That is not like whenever you will go to a company, you will never work on something that you applied for. You will only, or you will always work on something new, right? For example, I worked on Zabbix in Equinix, which I had never learned about. Teeth, it happens, bro. It has happened with me too. I am a CM and I still don't get links. Right? I have applied at Amazon multiple times, never received an OA. I recently received a OA from Amazon Luxembourg. That was the first OA that I had from Amazon. Second, Google. I've applied at Google many times, never received a OA from Google also. And I will applied at many like companies from at Microsoft as well, never received a OA. What to do if you solve all problems and still get rejected without interview? Happens, bro. Congrats, man. Was it on campus, your bestie? Next ICPC will be in January. Like that's what the Gwalior RCD said to us. That it will start in around January. But yeah, how did you swim development apart from being CM at Code Forces? I think I did most of my CP in like first and second year. That's why I had some time in third year for development as well. Right, because in second year COVID started, so I had too much time at my hands. So I just like did a lot of code forces, and that's why I was able to become senior. And sorry, this is only a webcam stream. I should have done a like screen share stream. I'm not able to show stuff here. I think that is a mistake on my part. Code, I don't have my setup right now. That's why I'm not making videos. I'm currently at my home due to the vacation of Diwali, and I don't have my drawing pad or my mic, so I'm not able to make videos due to that. Usually around August. Yeah. Yeah, yeah, it is a good company, bro. Matchbooks. That's great company. Behavioral भी अच्छा हुआ. I think behavioral was also good. But let's hope I get the interview chance as well. Do we require to learn HLD and FFT? I don't think so, man. Like, I don't think you ever need HLD or FFT until you are like master and above master. Yeah, bro. Like, I think अच्छा हुआ. Like, I think I was able to understand most of the problems. I think that's how I my year के अच्छा हुआ. Let's hope so. Ki I get the further rounds. That is the only thing I can hope for, right? Does solving CF problems help in ICPC, or where I should practice for ICPC? I think sometimes doing CF is enough. You can solve last on CF there are many mirror rounds for ICPC, so you can try solving those rounds. Rashid, like I'm fifth sem, try to wait until seventh sem. I think like most companies hire for interns from last year. XOX. So how do I go about solving problems? So I think when you solve a lot of problems, you generally get the idea of where the problem is from, right? So the very first thing is like if you have seen this kind of problem previously, and if you haven't, then start with the smaller test cases. Try to see the constraints. I think constraints are always helpful to try to first see the constraints and see what time complexity do you want the approach for, right? Secondly, start with the small test cases. Try to observe patterns or stuff like that, and from that you can build your observations. And observations are generally built around the constraints, right? So if you know you are looking for n square root and complexity, then you will think about prime factors and stuff like that. If you know it is n log n, then you will think about binary search or something like that, right? So start with the constraints, see the what kind of complexity do you need, then go with the observations and try to build your observation around the time complexity, and then using that you can just apply for that. Bro, should I go for a company which gives more stocks with mid base or good base but no stocks? Which do you prefer? I think you should go for the one with more base, right? Because stocks are generally they are under terms and conditions, right? You have to like stay in the company for over 2 or 3 years, then only you get the stocks and stuff like that. So if you're getting in hand money, that is much better. You can then invest in stocks of your own choice, and that gives you more independence, right? On how to debug your code like Colin made. I think I had a video on how to debug on my channel. I don't think it is on this channel, but I had a video on it, I think. Vasum 3D. Bro, I have no tips for that. The only thing that helped me was like solving a lot of problems. That is the only thing that I can suggest. Because if you're 1800, then I think you already know all the topics that are required. The only thing that you need is practice and speed, I think. गूगल के असेंबली इंटर्नशिप के लिए रिज्यूमे मांगा था रिक्रूटर ने, मैंने जैसे ही भेजा उन्होंने रिजेक्ट मेल भेज दिया, एंड देन ब्रो सैड फॉर यू. मेरे से तो किसी ने रिज्यूमे भी नहीं मांगा ब्रो. नेवर गॉट द रिज्यूमे फॉर एनीथिंग. गूगल से the only thing I have received is only like mail for rejections. We cannot continue with you for this time, like stuff like that, street bullshit. Yeah, so I think that was it for the stream. Do you prefer Fang? I think I prefer Fang because the workload is much higher in startups. Varun Tej, like you should try to learn some more topics, right? Because if you're 1100, then I think you need to learn better graphs and better graphs, trees, algorithms like BFS, DFS. Get a strong hold on that. Learn Euler tool or something like that, right? So like make a good grip on mathematics. Sorry for that. Get a get a good grip on your mathematics. I think mathematics is really important if you want to solve ABC faster in Div 2. I think you need to I think you need to have a good mathematical skill set. And for problems D and E, I think you need to have good PNC because I think lots of time you get a PNC problem in D or E. Second thing is graphs and trees. They are really important. Yeah. So give more focus on these topics. You will easily crack HFT like Garrison. Okay. Bro, I've never seen opportunities for these companies, right? Because because I have never seen any opening for Graviton or Alpha Grab until now. I think how to be CM until 25 October. Resume review, bro. I don't think I should do a resume review because I think I'm not that good right now with my like resume reviewing skills because I have not yet cracked any good fan company. When I will when I will get into a good fan company, then I will do resume reviews. How many freelance points should I do to reach specialist on CF? That's the thing, Sukhan. Dude, there is no limit, right? Some there are people who can just give contests and reach 1400, right? But there are some people who have to solve 100 problems to get 1400. So that's totally up to you. How much problems do you need, right? So it's very specific. There is no like a benchmark for these kind of things. You have to see your own level and like work at your own pace, right? Did you meet or talk with Priyansh? Yeah, I had a talk with him on Discord, and maybe we will do some kind of like lockout competition next soon. Third night bun race CF due to I can solve AB. Give more VCs, bro. Try to upsolve Nishan. Try to see why were you not able to solve C. Right? Most of the time C is just maths and observations. Right. So I think you're lacking the intuition. I think so. To build intuition, you need to solve a lot more problems. So solve a lot of problems, and I think you will start getting the intuition. There was a friend of mine who was also like not able to solve div to C, but he then he what he did was he started the contest from div to C only, right? Like Rainbow. So you can like start with problem C first and then go for A and B. So when you're able to solve C in a lot of contests, you will get confidence, and then you can start solving A, B, C in the proper order. I think that is a very good suggestion that I can give you. So don't care about rating for now. Just start solving from C, right? The first problem that you should see is problem C. And if you try to do this in 3 or 4 contests from 6 or 7 contests, you will be able to solve C. And then you can start solving in the right order, A, B, C, right, in that order. Like if you care about rating, you will not be able to improve. Yeah, bro. If you take risk, then only you will be able to improve. If you keep thinking about rating, then you will never be able to improve. The more you think about rating, I think the worse your rating gets, right? Because if you think too much about rating, like your performance decreases, right? Because you take extra pressure onto yourself. How long have we been streaming? Let's see. Yeah, for half an hour. Also, there have been talks about Rishi Sunak. If you guys know, he recently became the PM of England, and like Indian people are very happy for some reason. I don't get why. Like he's from Indian origin, but he's like, if you, he's not Indian in true sense. I think, right? The people who were born and raised in India, that's someone who I call Indian. He is from Indian origin, but I don't think I will call him Indian, right? And if he is the PM of England, it does not mean he will favor India. Yeah, free trade agreement. Yeah, chances high हैं, but uh, if you see people of England, like they chose someone Indian, right? They do not care for like caste or creed. And if some like England guy tries to come to India and try to like stands in the election, he will get 0 votes. So you can like see the difference in mindset of Indian and like the people living abroad. India is still stuck in like caste, creed, and religions and race, right? We need to get out of these things. Yeah, bro. He's a citizen of England first, and then he's an Indian origin. Yeah, hopefully, India gets some better agreements now. I think like India always had good relations with England. I don't think we were ever on bad terms. How to apply for off-campus companies? Try to get a lot of referrals. Like if you're applying for off-campus companies, use a lot of LinkedIn. Try to build your network. Right. I think that is a very important thing. People ignore this, but having a good LinkedIn network and a LinkedIn profile is very important, right? Because that is how you can attract attract HRs and recruiters. The senior from my company, a Google HR from Google approached her, right? She did not approach Google. इंटरव्यू के लिए स्पेशली सुना काफी है क्या गिरीश इंटरव्यूज आर टोटली ऑन लक मैन लाइक देयर आर पीपल लाइक हु विल गेट आस्क्ड हार्ड डीपी प्रॉब्लम्स and there are people who get asked how to sort an array, right? So it's totally on the interview that you get. If you get a good interviewer, being even a newbie is enough. And if you get a bad interviewer, even if you are CM, you will struggle, right? So it's totally on luck, man. But yeah, I think being a specialist is more than enough. Yeah, you will be able to do good. But yeah, there's not much opportunity on that was like if you want to get very good fundamentals, I think CS is very good. No, bro, Girish, no reviews today, man. Yeah, yes. So you were asking there are not much. So I think you should like keep trying on off campus. I also don't get too many test links, but like if you even get one link, that is more than enough, right? Because I think I have only received like 5 or 6 links in total ever, and I think I cracked toast. So you can also do that, right? So it is not about the number of links, but the links that you get. You have to make most out of them. Yeah. So first, you should try on campus. Try to secure some kind of like backup plan. Try to secure a company worth 7 or 8 lakhs. You will kind of have some safety or backup plan. Then you can go for off-campus placements. What's your take on Kunal Kushwaha? I already said in the video, bro. I like he talks a lot about CP and like he only talks to get some kind of cloud, right? Because that is the only thing that gives him likes. If you see his normal posts, he gets around 50 or 100 likes. When he talks about CP, he gets over 1,000 likes, right? So he gets around 10 times more engagement. So he like posts once in a time about CP to get engagement. That builds his like value, so he can get more sponsorships and stuff like that. So that is I think that is the only motivation that he has, right, around CP. He got his placement using open source, so like I think it makes sense that he talks about open source, but the things that worked for him might not work for everyone else, right? So just talking about open source and totally disregarding CP is like not a good thing. Like you should talk about open source, you should talk about its benefits, but like totally uh, dissing CP is not the right thing to do. Yeah, Girish, I think yeah. I like I said, man. Like interviewers are also human, right? Sarthak, oh lord, bro. Maybe he has, and he's too low rated to like even like talk about it, right? The only video that I have seen of Kunal Kushwaha teaching something about DSA is how to print star patterns, right? That you like learn in 11th and 12th standard in schools only. So I don't think he's a very good benchmark to like if you want to learn about DSA. Uh, yeah, Girish. So like I said, bro, like interviewers are human only, right? Just some interviews होते हैं like they are very good in nature. They will help you with the questions. They will like explain better. There are some people who are just arrogant. So like It's totally on luck, bro. The kind of interview that you get, unless or until interviewers have been given the problems already, right? Because if there is some kind of fixed pattern for an interview, then I think it will not happen. There is no plan, bro, memer boy. I like I said, bro, I just solved a lot of problems, right? I upsolved a lot. I solved a lot of problems. I like when I was trying to upsolve, I tried to learn the topic that I was trying to upsolve the question for, right? So I think that is the only thing that worked for me, right? That is what worked for me. It might not work for everyone else, but that is the approach that I had, right? So there is no some kind of fixed plan, right? You can never ask someone, like if you even ask anyone, right, they will never be able to give you a plan that will work for you. Things that work for him might not work for someone else, right? So there's no fixed plan for these kind of things. The only thing that you can do is you can practice, you can review like what things work for you and what don't. Yeah. And I think the very like main thing is don't think about rating, right? If you think about rating, you will do bad. I think there's a video of Colin as well where he talks about this. Like if you are good in the long run, your rating will only increase. It might like go down for some contests, but like if you are better than your current rating, you will improve after some number of contests. What was Toast interview most focused on? I think the interview was very good. He was very chill with me. So he first asked me about like what kind of things I have worked on like previously, and what was the hardest thing or the hardest challenge I have ever faced in like in the software field. So that was the first problem. And secondly, he gave me a normal problem. He gave me a polynomial, and I had to evaluate the polynomial using the code. So I just wrote the code for that, and that was the only DSA problem he asked. And then he asked me about like what kind of site do you use the most, and name one site which you love the most. I called and write like what do you love about this site and how can you improve on it, right? So like one algorithm problem, and the rest was just general talk, right? So no core, no dbms, no stuff like that. Okay, can you talk about kickstart? Like I am not doing kickstart recently. I used to do it previously. Like I think you should do kick kickstart. The problems are very good and it is quite balanced, right? डेवलपमेंट नहीं करी भैया, थर्ड ईयर में आ गया हूँ टॉप 10, देन शुड गो फॉर डेवलपमेंट एज वेल, राइट? इट इज ऑल्सो इम्पॉर्टेंट. If you're going to apply for startups or even in interviews, they sometimes ask you about the things that you have worked on. So it is like good to have knowledge, good knowledge of at least one tech stack. Either go for Python and Flask, either go for MERN stack. Like take any one stack and work on it. Happy Diwali, Nishant. Google project कर रही है SW role के लिए. I am a fresher and done two internships. Still rejected on even applying there. Bro, it is totally black box above. Right? There are some people who are pupil, right, and they are getting internships at Google, Microsoft. You never know, man. And the other thing is you are a boy, right? So if you are a boy, the odds are against you. Hello, me. Yeah, so I think I will end the stream here. And if you guys have some more doubts or questions, you can post them on my Discord server. I will drop a link to it below. I think you need to be at least expert if you want to go for Google, because I think the coding level of Google is very nice. You need to be at least expert. And how to be good at problem solving? I think the only answer for that is solve a lot of problems, because that is what problem solving is, solving a lot of problems. So if you solve a lot of problems, you will like start to see a pattern in all problems, right? And then you will be able to solve problems in a much efficient manner. Why Uber asks difficult question than Google? Because I think Uber pays well, as like Uber is a very well paying company, so like they can ask. The better question should be, why does Infosys ask hard questions than Google? That should be the question. Because Infosys pays I think around 6 and 7 lakhs, and they asks very hard question, which I think is uncalled for. Per month. Sorry, what? I think base of Uber is around 18 and 20 lakhs. So that is really good. So I think they deserve to ask us. They deserve to ask our problems. How to get placed at Meta? 6 7 lakh per month? No, bro, that is unreal. Like in India, I don't think any company pays that much. That is around 1 crore. That is how much like SDE twos get at Fang. I think how to get placed in Meta. The first thing is Meta Hacker Cup, and I don't think Meta High is in India, right? So you have to like apply overseas. Yeah, so that was it for this stream, and I think the stream is quite long, so I will end it here. And maybe I will see you guys like this weekend. I don't think I will be able to post a video this week because I am at home right now. So I will like go back to college this weekend and then like make videos there. I am now first year. Biases. Happy Diwali to all of you. I will just take the last question from Deep Kumar. I am now in first year DSA. सी प्लस में करना चाहिए या फिर जावा में कॉलेज की सिलेबस में जावा रूप से एंड DSA सी में है. I think you should do in Java because I think Java helps more on the development side. So yeah, go for Java. Like if you have a choice right now, go for Java. I think, but also learn like C plus plus because I think they mostly ask about oops in C. Yeah, yeah, but I think Java is a better option. But like if you're the choice, I would recommend go for Java because it will also help in development. If you go for Spring Boot and stuff like that, I think Java will help more. Yeah. Yeah, you can do CP in Java. There's a dude called Second Thread. He also like codes in Java and he's quite good. So you can watch his videos for reference. Kundan Kumar, I am second year. Is it too late? No, but it is not too late to start CP. You can like start CP development. You can start in third year also. Like do a slight bit of development. Don't focus on development too much if you're in second year. You can focus on development in yeah, like your third year. Try to do a lot of CP right now, and try to get at least expert in this year. Try to like do a lot of CP in the second year, right? Try to get to expert, and then you can like do a lot of development in starting your third year. Best course for Java DSA. I don't do courses, man. I don't really like courses, so I don't have any recommendation. Maybe someone else can help you here, but I don't have any recommendations for courses as of now. Yeah, so like that is it for the following stream, and I will make I will do another stream this weekend. Maybe I will do a CF review because many people are asking for the CF review. So I will do one more stream and I will do CF review in that stream. So stay tuned for that as well next week, maybe on Saturday or Sunday. I will see about that. Yeah, so there will be no new video this week. Like I said, maybe I will try to make one using these earphones, but I will have to see the sound quality. And if the sound quality is not good, I will not be able to make the videos. But if the sound quality is good, maybe I'll try to make 1 or 2 videos. But hopefully, videos will be back starting this weekend. Yeah, that was it. Yeah, so I will see you guys in the next one. Bye bye.